Welcome to Caroline Effect, where we explore the hidden psychology of attraction, emotional connection, and the subtle signs that reveal what someone truly feels. Have you ever wondered why some women show interest without saying a single direct word? The truth is, attraction is often hidden in the questions they ask and the way they observe you. For mature men, these quiet signals can reveal a deeper emotional connection waiting to be understood. Today, we uncover the two questions women often ask when they are truly curious about a man over 50. Have you ever noticed that some women do not show attraction in obvious ways? They do not always flirt openly, make bold comments, or try to get your attention through dramatic gestures. Instead, their interest often appears in much quieter forms. They observe you. They pay attention to your words. They ask questions that may seem casual, but often reveal a much deeper level of curiosity. This becomes especially true when a woman feels attracted to a man over 50. At this point in life, attraction is rarely about showing off or creating excitement through obvious signals. It is often more thoughtful, more intentional, and hidden inside genuine interest. Many mature men believe they have become unnoticed. They assume women are only attracted to younger men with more energy or confidence. But that belief misses an important truth. A man who carries wisdom, emotional balance, and self-confidence can become even more appealing with age. The challenge is not always that women are uninterested. The challenge is that many men fail to recognize the quieter signs of attraction. A mature woman often does not want to appear desperate or risk feeling rejected. She does not want to feel like she is chasing someone. Instead, she creates small opportunities for connection. She asks questions, shares little pieces of herself, and watches how you respond. These moments can easily go unnoticed if you are waiting for obvious flirting. But when you understand the way mature attraction works, you begin to see a different picture. When a woman starts feeling emotionally drawn to a man, her conversations change. Her questions become more meaningful. She is no longer simply passing time or making small talk. She is trying to understand who you truly are. She wants to discover your emotional world. She wants to know if you are open or guarded, confident or insecure, comfortable with yourself or constantly seeking approval. Her questions are not just about collecting information, they are about discovering whether the two of you can connect on a deeper level. Many men make the mistake of answering these moments with simple facts. They respond to the words but miss the emotion behind them. They believe they are having an ordinary conversation, while the woman may actually be trying to understand whether a deeper connection is possible. At this stage of life, women are often attracted to emotional stability. They are drawn to men who are comfortable in their own skin, who do not need to constantly impress, and who can enjoy both conversation and silence. A man who feels secure within himself creates a sense of peace, and that feeling can be incredibly powerful. When a woman begins to feel that kind of comfort around a mature man, her curiosity grows. That curiosity often appears through certain questions. These questions may sound simple, but they usually carry a hidden emotional meaning. They are not asked randomly. They are ways of exploring your personality, your lifestyle, and your ability to allow someone into your world. Before a woman asks these questions, something important has already started happening. She begins wondering what it would feel like to become closer to you emotionally. She is not only thinking about attraction, she is thinking about connection. She wonders if your life has room for another person. She wonders if your presence would feel warm and welcoming, or distant and unavailable. This matters even more with men over 50, because many women assume that mature men already have their lives carefully built. They may have routines, personal habits, and emotional walls created over many years. So before stepping closer, a woman often looks for signs that she would truly have a place in your life. She gently opens a door, and waits to see whether you welcome the opportunity or keep everything closed. Many men mistake these moments as ordinary conversation, but they are often emotional checkpoints. They reveal whether a woman feels there is potential for something deeper. Attraction later in life is usually not about trying to impress someone, it is about being present. Women are not searching for someone perfect, they are looking for someone genuine, emotionally aware, and comfortable with who he is. When a woman feels that type of energy from a man, she becomes more interested in his inner world. She wants to understand his thoughts, his experiences, and the life he has created. That interest often appears through questions that seem simple but carry a much deeper purpose. The first question usually appears naturally, almost hidden inside a normal conversation. It may come during a coffee, a walk, or a relaxed moment when both of you feel comfortable. On the surface, it may not seem important, but emotionally it can reveal a lot. This question is often her way of discovering whether there is space for her in your life, not just physically or practically, but emotionally. She is not asking about your schedule. She is trying to understand whether your heart is open. When a woman feels drawn to a man over 50, she becomes more careful about moving forward. She understands that your life has been shaped by years of experiences. You likely have your own routines, your own comfort zones, and your own way of living. So she wants to know one important thing. Is there room for someone new, or have you become completely closed off? That is why she may ask about how you spend your time. She might ask whether you enjoy being alone, whether you like going out, or whether you usually keep to yourself. Her words may sound casual, but the meaning underneath is much deeper. She is trying to understand whether emotional closeness would feel natural with you, or whether it would feel like she is disturbing your peace. She is not asking because she thinks being alone is a problem. She is asking because she wants to know if connection would be welcomed. Many men miss this opportunity because they do not recognize the invitation hidden inside the question. They may respond with defensiveness, avoid the topic, or make jokes that create distance. Without realizing it, they may close a door that was slowly opening. A strong response does not need to be complicated. A man does not need to explain his entire life story. What matters is showing balance, letting her know that you enjoy your independence while still being open to meaningful companionship. That kind of answer communicates confidence. It shows that you are comfortable alone, but also capable of creating space for someone special. And that combination creates emotional safety, which is something many women value deeply. Because true attraction is not built only on excitement, it is built on trust, comfort, and the feeling that two people can peacefully exist together. When a woman asks these quiet questions, she may be revealing more than curiosity. She may be showing that she is exploring the possibility of becoming closer to you. When a woman hears a response that shows openness and emotional balance, something changes inside her. She begins to feel more comfortable. She senses that she can move closer emotionally without feeling pressured or worried about being rejected. That feeling of safety allows her curiosity to grow stronger. But before she asks the next question, she pays attention to more than just your words. She watches your behavior. She notices your tone, your body language, the way you listen, and whether you are truly present with her. Women often pick up on emotional signals that many people overlook. They notice whether a man feels calm and secure, or whether he is trying too hard to impress or hiding behind a wall. When your energy feels steady, when you are comfortable being yourself, and when you are not forcing the moment, she feels encouraged to open up further. This is when the second important question begins to appear. This question is different because it reveals more personal interest. By the time she asks it, she is no longer just trying to understand your lifestyle. She is exploring whether there is a possibility for a deeper connection. She is wondering if your lives could fit together in a meaningful way. She may ask what you are hoping for at this point in your life. She may ask what kind of relationship or connection you desire now. She may ask what matters most to you moving forward. The exact words can change, but the message behind them remains the same. She is trying to understand your direction. She is not asking about your career goals or a 5-year plan. She is looking deeper. She wants to know if you are living with purpose or simply moving through life without intention. A woman is naturally drawn to a man who feels grounded, someone who knows himself and has a sense of where he wants his life to go. When she asks this question, she is not expecting you to have every answer. She is not searching for perfection. She is listening for emotional clarity. She wants to feel that you are comfortable with yourself and that your life has meaning. Many men misunderstand this moment. Some become too guarded because they are afraid of showing vulnerability. Others try too hard to prove that they are interesting, experienced, or emotionally deep. Both reactions can create distance. The most attractive response is usually simple and genuine. A calm answer shows that you appreciate connection, but you are not desperate for it. It shows that you value companionship while still respecting yourself. It communicates that you are open to something meaningful, but you are not chasing someone to complete your life. That kind of emotional balance is powerful. Women who have reached their 40s, 50s, and beyond are usually not interested in unnecessary games. They are careful with their emotions because they understand the value of their peace. When they ask these questions, they are not trying to test a man for entertainment. They are trying to understand whether giving their heart would feel safe. That is why these conversations matter. They may appear ordinary, but emotionally they can become important turning points. They happen quietly, without dramatic moments or obvious signs. A man who understands this stops overlooking opportunities and starts responding with awareness. When you recognize the meaning behind these questions, you no longer have to analyze every conversation afterward, wondering what she meant. You become more present in the moment. These two questions together create a deeper emotional picture. The first question reveals whether your heart has room for someone else. The second reveals whether your life has direction and purpose. One explores your openness, the other explores your path. Together, they help a woman understand whether coming closer to you would feel peaceful, meaningful, and emotionally secure. What many men fail to realize is that these questions are rarely asked without reason. They may sound simple, but they often come after a woman has already developed some level of interest. She is not searching for a perfect man. She is searching for someone who feels authentic. This is also why women often do not repeat these questions. Asking them requires a level of emotional courage. If she feels that a man is closed, uncertain, or unwilling to connect, she usually will not push. She will simply step back and protect her own emotions. At this stage of life, many women value peace more than excitement. They have experienced enough to understand that attraction without emotional stability often creates disappointment. When they feel drawn to a mature man, they are not only looking at his appearance or charm, they are paying attention to how his presence feels. This is why men over 50 should never assume they are less attractive. Maturity can bring qualities that become more valuable with time: confidence, patience, emotional control, and self-awareness. But these qualities cannot simply be announced, they must be felt. A woman experiences them through your reactions, your conversations, your ability to listen, and the way you handle emotional moments. When a man responds with calm confidence, a woman often feels a sense of comfort. She feels respected. She feels that she can be herself around him. Real attraction is not created by saying perfect words. It comes from emotional presence. It comes from being fully engaged, understanding the moment, and responding with honesty. Many men look back on past conversations and realize that a woman was giving them an opportunity to connect, but they did not recognize it at the time. That confusion often disappears when awareness grows. When you understand these subtle signals, you stop searching for obvious signs of attraction. You begin recognizing the quiet ways women communicate interest. A mature woman often wants to know if a man's life has depth, stability, and space for connection. When she asks about your emotional availability and your future direction, she is not demanding answers. She is opening a door and seeing whether you will walk through it with confidence. This is not about manipulation or learning tricks. It is about becoming more aware. It is about listening to what is being said and also understanding what is being felt beneath the words. A woman does not need constant attention or dramatic gestures. She wants to know that if she moves closer, she will find someone steady, someone who is emotionally awake, someone who knows himself and welcomes connection without fear. So remember this: you are not invisible. You are not too old to be desired. Attraction does not disappear with age, it transforms. It becomes calmer, wiser, and more meaningful. The next time a woman asks about how you spend your time or what you want from life, do not rush past the moment. Pay attention. Understand that she may not simply be asking for information. She may be asking whether she can trust you with a deeper part of herself. Attraction does not disappear with age, it simply becomes more meaningful and intentional. A woman who is genuinely interested may not always express it loudly, but her curiosity, questions, and attention often reveal what she feels. When you respond with confidence, emotional awareness, and authenticity, you create the space where real connection can grow naturally. And when you respond with honesty, confidence, and emotional clarity, you create something far more powerful than attraction alone. You create the foundation for a genuine connection, built on understanding, respect, and trust. At this stage of life, the most attractive thing a man can offer is not perfection, status, or trying to impress. It is presence. It is knowing who you are, being comfortable with yourself, and moving through life with purpose. If you found this insight valuable, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Caroline Effect, and join us for more powerful lessons on attraction, relationships, and understanding the hidden signals behind human connection.